Hallo Leute, guten Tag. So today is our second day here in Berlin. Yesterday we couldn't video record anything because we woke up extremely late. Then we thought that it would be a lot better for us to start our adventure today on the second day. Even though yesterday we still went for a lovely walk around the center of Berlin, and we had a lovely time. And so right now we are going to go to have breakfast, and later we're going to go to the first site of the day, which is the TV Tower of Berlin. So everyone, right now we are by the Janowitz train station, and as you can see there is a bullet train going behind me. Anyway, this is incredible. So right now we are on one of the many bridges over the Spree River here in Berlin. I wanted to come here because I wanted to get a lovely view of the TV Tower of Berlin. Unfortunately, we are getting Shanghai vibes. It is foggy and you can't see the top, but this is not going to stop us from having a lovely day here in the capital of Germany.
Since we lived in Moscow for 3 years, a lot of these places remind us of that fabulous city, and also because this country was influenced by the communist architecture during the Cold War. This is why in this city here you actually feel like you can be in some part of Russia. When you come to Alexanderplatz, not only should you see the TV tower, but you also have to come and see the World Time Clock, which is divided into 24 sections and was built in the 1960s.
So everyone, as we are still in the center, we decided to come to another very important site here in Berlin. I'm talking about the Neptunbrunnen, which is the fountain of Neptune. And just over there you can see the iconic dome of the Cathedral of Berlin, which by the way was bombed during the Second World War, but they obviously had to reconstruct it almost from zero, and until this day we can see the beautiful structure of the Cathedral of Berlin. Anyway, so over here you can also see the famous St. Mary's Church. Over here, as I said, you can still see the TV Tower of Berlin, and over here you can also see the City Hall of the city. All these beautiful sites almost in one single place.
Surrounding the statue of Neptune, you've got several animals in this fountain, including the seal, the snake, the crocodile, and also you've got a lobster right here in the middle.
As we are right now here, we decided to come inside St. Mary's Church. This is an absolutely beautiful building. This was initially a Catholic church, but has been a Lutheran Protestant church since the Reformation in 1539.
If you come to Berlin, one of the most iconic sights is to see the Ampelmann, which is basically like the traffic lights. You've got a man with a hat, like walking this side, and you've also got a red one. It is absolutely unique here, only in Berlin, and there is a shop dedicated to this traffic lights.
Let's go inside there.
Let's go.
So right now we are standing in front of the 1800 Cathedral of Berlin. This place is absolutely magical, and it is almost impossible to believe that the whole entire roof of this beautiful cathedral was destroyed during the Second World War, as I said previously. and the location is magical because it is by the Spree River. And later we're going to go inside. Once you see the interior of the cathedral, do not forget to go to the top of it, as there is a 360-degree view from the summit of the building. And by the way, there is not an extra fee, as they would be expecting you to pay in other countries. So let me tell you something. In my opinion, this is such an incredible deal that for 10 euros you can enter the cathedral, and also you can enjoy the amazing stunning views you can get from the top of it. And today, this morning, Richard and I were thinking about going to the top of the TV Tower of Berlin, and there the price of the ticket is obviously twice more expensive. And imagine we're here for lesser price and we can get the Berlin Tower in the picture of the skyline of the city, which is very similar to that occasion when Rich and I were in New York City, in Manhattan. We wanted to go to the Empire State Building, but then we realized that we wanted to have the picture of the skyline of New York with the Empire State Building from above. We had to go to the Rockefeller Center. We paid less and we still had the Empire State Building in the picture. Great, it's intense. Right now, Richard and I are in Unter den Linden Avenue. This is the most important avenue in the city due to the fact that it goes through the heart of it. And this would come to be kind of the Champs-Élysées Avenue in Paris, here in Berlin. And I like the fact that when you are here, you can see so many architectural styles, because Berlin happens to be, in my opinion, one of the most eclectic cities in the continent.
During the Second World War, a lot of the buildings that are here were flattened. They were completely destroyed. And instead of building new buildings with modern styles, they decided to repair them in the same style and build other buildings also in the original style, keeping the same ambience of the city.
After so much walking, our favorite time of the day has come. I'm talking about lunchtime. We are going to start by having this tasty Berlin currywurst sausage. If you come to the city, you definitely should try something like this. It is very tasty. Right now we are in a Vietnamese restaurant and we decided to have a red curry. Not far away from where we had lunch, we decided to come inside one of the biggest bookstores in the city. We decided to buy a few books as we are learning German. We have finally come to the Brandenburger Tor. This is, in my opinion, one of the most stunning sights not only in Berlin or in Germany, but in the world. I'm sure most people around the world have heard at least once about the Brandenburger Tor in Berlin. This is an 18th century neoclassical monument situated in the heart of the city. This is like if this was the Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, or Sagrada Familia in Spain. morning, Richley. Today is a sunny day, and right now we are going to the Cold War Museum, aren't we?
Exactly. Right now we're going to the Cold War Museum, which documents the life that the Berliners had to put up with from 1947 until 1991.
So we just came across this food market, and people are having fries and sausages and other sorts of foods from other countries. There is a place also with food from Turkey. This is incredible. So right now we are going to have something to eat because it is almost lunchtime, and later we're going to the museum. As you can see, we're going to have a jack potato, very similar to the ones that we have in the UK. And our stuffing, we got some pulled pork, and we also got some barbecue sauce.
Rich.
Right now we are walking by the concert hall, and it is under renovation work, and it looks absolutely hideous.
Yeah, there's a lot of scaffolding and blocks and like random pieces of like building blocks. Anyway, never mind.
It is hilarious that any time that we got to a lovely city around the world, we always end up like seeing buildings that are under construction or being renovated.
Yeah, but it's for the best, I suppose, isn't it?
We are walking through Platz. This must be one of the most beautiful squares here in the city, and there is so much beauty. And also, like, there is this church that has this lovely dome that looks rather Scandinavian. There is a church very similar to it in Copenhagen. I just love it. And in front of it, we've got Hotel de Rome. Anyway.
So unfortunately the museum was closed.
Permanently.
We looked online and it says permanently closed. I don't know why, I don't know how long it's been closed, but unfortunately we won't be able to learn about the Cold War today.
And I feel rather ignorant today because I didn't read about it. I didn't even know that it was closed, like permanently closed. But anyway.
Another wasted morning, but never mind.
Well, it doesn't really matter to be honest with you. I'd just rather walk around the city than being in a place. However, right now we need to go to a cafe to get some heating because we are cold. There is something I really like about going to big cities, and that's the fact that you can find many international stores and shops. For example, we have just come to this one where they sell anime and things brought from Japan. We also came across a big bookshop. The name of this place was Ruski Dom, which is translated as Russian house. All the books here are written in Russian. It was very nice for us as we speak the language. Right now we're going to be having a snack. I love sweet potatoes, so this is what we're going to be having. And also, once again, the famous German sausage currywurst. We are right now reaching Checkpoint Charlie. This is one of the most visited and famous sites in the city. This was a crossing point during the Cold War. So people used to go from East Germany to West Germany and vice versa. If you want to learn more, about the Cold War, this is a very good point for you to come. Good morning everyone, so right now we are going to the metro station because we want to go to Potsdamer Platz. Yesterday we had very little time over there because we decided to go to the shopping center, and as you can see it is raining, so I guess that we have been kind of lucky that we hadn't had this climate as long as we got here, but it seems that until we go it is going to be raining cats and dogs.
And it's really annoying because the metro station of our hotel was closed, so we have to go a lot further down there. Right now we are at Potsdamer Platz, and behind me are some of the fragments of the original Berlin Wall. This was the exact place where the wall used to be.
Do you know that this area of Berlin during the Second World War was completely destroyed? And during the Cold War this place was desolate. There was nothing here. And that's why right now, since the unification of the two German republics back then, this area is somehow the business trade district of Berlin, and that's why most of the buildings that you see right here are extremely modern.
Most people believe the Berlin Wall was just one wall, but actually it was a wide corridor with a segment in the middle. This was known as the death strip, and anyone that tried to get over the wall and was in that strip there, if they were seen by a guard, they were shot dead.
Right now we are off the Brandenburger Tor, and we are in one of the most important memorials of the Second World War in Berlin, and this one is dedicated to the Jewish lives that were unfortunately taken during the World War by the Nazi political party. So as you know, more or less around 6 million Jewish lives perished during that time, and these 2,710 columns are a remembrance of those who unfortunately perished during that time.
When you come here, you can't make any noise, you can't go running around the alleys, and you cannot bring dogs here, so you have to come here with the utmost of respect.
So everyone, right now we are standing in front of the largest synagogue in Germany. This place is absolutely beautiful. It was built in the 1800s, and unfortunately, as you may imagine, it was hugely damaged during the Second World War. And until the fall of the Berlin Wall, they decided to reconstruct the building, and especially the facade. They also added new styles, and I'm talking about Moorish styles. If you want to learn more about the Jewish history of the city, you need to come here, and this is a very beautiful place to come to. And seriously, this is also very similar to the main synagogue of Budapest in Hungary. And also you can enter the place for €7, so which is not really that much. So right now we would like to go to the museum of the synagogue. Good morning, everyone. So right now we are walking over the Overbound Polka. This is one of the most iconic bridges in the city. I really love the style and the structure because it is very, I would say, Northern German style, very Scandinavian looking. The original bridge was built in the 1700s, but of course it couldn't last until now because it was made of wood. This one, on the other hand, the current structure was built in 1894, from 1894 until 1896. So it took 2 years to be completed, and it became, of course, one of the most symbolic and attractive sites of the city. And from here you can also see the television tower of Berlin, which is another massive site in the city. But of course, today we decided to go here because this for me is just unique. And I know that it is not as big as the Tower Bridge in London. However, it is just as beautiful.
So over off the Oberbaumbrücke Bridge, there is the East Side Gallery, where lots of people have come to do different murals, paintings and art to express themselves, to show political messages, messages of hope. Anything they want to draw here, you can find. And we're very, very happy with Germany because we've seen so many Israeli flags, and we feel that Germany has Israel in a special place in their hearts.
Hello everyone, good morning. So unfortunately today is our last day here in Berlin, and to mark this day and to make it special we decided to come to the Royal Palace of Berlin because, as you know, Germany used to have a royal family like most European countries, and I'm talking about the Charlottenburg Palace.
And it's our very first time. We've never been here before. We have been to Berlin, but we never made this trip, so we're very excited to see this palace.
We have come to the end of our Berlin vlog. If you like it, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and to give us a thumbs up. We are most definitely coming back in the future to this wonderful and magnificent city. Until next time, take care everyone.